Is it possible to feel good about famine? I don't think so, but there is one thing we can feel good about. We've practically eradicated it. History is full of hunger. It's been a pervasive feature of the human condition. This, for instance, is what a Dutch merchant wrote as he travelled through India in 1630. Men abandoned towns and wandered helplessly. The starving split open the stomachs of the dead and the dying. The whole country was covered with corpses. The 20th century was no better. In the 1920s, famines killed over 16 million people in the Soviet Union and China. 18.5 million starved to death in Europe and Asia during World War II. And as recently as the 1960s, the famine during China's Great Leap Forward is estimated to have claimed over 16.5 million lives. But then something extraordinary happens. The number of people killed by famine drops dramatically. Today, famines have practically disappeared. Millions are still suffering, of course, in countries like Yemen and Somalia. So what can we learn from our success in other countries? How did people there beat hunger? There are two key answers. One technological, the other political. In terms of technology, we found clever ways of producing more food with fewer resources. Artificial fertilizer allowed farmers to massively increase the yields of their crops. And machines have brought huge progress. 150 years ago, it took 25 men an entire day to harvest a ton of grain. Today, a combine harvester does the same work in just 6 minutes. In terms of politics, some researchers say good governance can help prevent famine. Indeed, most major famines since 1850 have occurred in just two forms of government: colonial rule and non-democratic regimes. In democracies, if you want to get re-elected, it's absolutely imperative to keep the bellies of your voters full.